presents high school basketball. Tonight it's Wilmot, the Panthers taking on Lake Geneva Badger in high school playoff action. Hello everyone, Mary Rayner along with Steve Nelson for what should be, Steve, one of the key matchups throughout the state in any division this year in high school playoff.
Well, it's going to be a great battle. You have a little bit of the changing of the guard. Wilmot has dominated the Southern Lakes for so long, and this year it was Lake Geneva Badger's turn, 18-2 record on the season. One of those two losses was to Wilmot earlier this year, and this should be a tremendous game.
Of course, the only loss coming for Badger this year was at the hands of the Panthers earlier on in the season, or I should say later on in the season. And this is going to be a good one, folks, as we get set to tap off this. Of course, the winner continues on to Madison for the state playoffs.
We got two outstanding officials from Kenosha, Phil Anderson and Tom Rizzo, and they were really looking forward to doing this ball game. There's a lot of excitement here tonight. Huge crowd, standing room only,
including us. Wilmot, of course, led by Goes and Cooper on the outside. Adam Cooper trying to get himself free. First shot up, missed, and rebound Stelse, and he's picked on the other end by Cooper, and an easy two coming up 34, Ryan Borey.
And it looks like Stelse is down already, kind of nicked up his knee. He popped up. He's looking okay.
That would be a huge blow for Badger if he could not play. The man bomber, the Stelse bomber. Last time we were out here, of course, he just went crazy in three-point range. Most of them's coming from about 22 feet plus.
Second leading scorer on the team behind Aaron Doberstein, and he's just really elevated his game up a level this year.
Nearly thrown away. Doberstein retrieves it. Underneath shot. No good for West. Rebound coming down to Wilmot. Steve, probably one of the big keys for Wilmot is not to get into Lake Geneva's style of game.
Well, Lake Geneva likes to push it up. They'll play that Nevada, Las Vegas, push it up and shoot threes all night. And if Wilmot gets into a running game with them, they could get blown out.
Thrown away underneath. Goes trying to dump it underneath there for Adam Cooper. A little bit too far in the turnover. And now Badger will push it up. Doberstein playing a little point guard here. Stelse is open for three. Count it.
Well, that's what he does best, and that can really fire up his team if he can pop a few threes and loosen up what appears to be a Wilmot 1-3-1 zone. He could get a lot of shots from the wing.
Borey now going no. Borey's caught up by Brandon West. Offensive foul. West got there, held the spot. The call is offensive.
Phil Anderson with the offensive charge call. It was a good call. The defensive player was set.
Tony Allen coming in for Badger. Tony Allen's seen a lot of playing time late in the season, been very productive. 3-point try on the way and good for Aaron Schleicher.
Aaron Schleicher from the same spot as Stelse fired from, and that's where you're going to get your shots in a 1-3-1 zone, is from the wing.
Cooper trying to go coast to coast out of bounds, and a foul is going to be called, I believe, on Schleicher. As Badger leads it here, 6-2 in the early going.
Well, different perspective for the ball game ttonight, Larry. We're way up on top of the Lake Geneva gym here, and I feel like I'm at a rock concert tonight.
The foul was on Laliberty. That was his first, team first.
Good thing we don't have any problems with vertigo.
If I don't develop a nosebleed, that'll help me out. First toss up good for Ryan Borey at 6'1".
Well, Badger 2 for 2 from 3-point area, and that's their strength, and they will continue to shoot that all night. And if they get hot from out there, it's going to be a tough for Wilmot.
Stelse again for three.
Making 3 for 3 out there.
Easily may have gone as a 4-point play. It looked like Borey got the hand on the chest, but here comes Wilmot on the other end. Casey Ketterhagen pull up. He is also a threat. Ketterhagen very solid on this Panther team. Nice lead underneath. Cooper with the two.
Nice entry pass. Adam Cooper finishes it off, and Wilmot will run that offense.
Stelse again. This one jammed up short, but Brandon West is there to follow.
Well, his teammates realize that they're going to go to the boards because he's going to put it up. They need to get ready to rebound.
Cooper's caught. Daberstein picks it up. 2-on-2 break. Daberstein, nice lead for Stelse. Knocked it down short. Now Bory's long lead for Cooper. An easy two.
Well, Badger didn't convert on their fast break and didn't get back down the floor quick enough, and Wilmot was able to push it up.
Thrown away. Schleicher didn't make the move for the ball. 5:07 left here in the first quarter. It's been a hectic pace.
A lot of energy in the whole gymnasium. It's electric. We're sitting by the Wilmot fans, and they have a real nice contingent here tonight, making a lot of noise.
Well, I think the whole town's here.
Probably.
Had to close down the stage step for the night. Bory looks on the outside. Now he'll step in from 13 off the back iron. Daberstein with the rebound.
Daberstein is the leader of this Badger team. He penetrates.
Tough shot, in and out. Rebound coming out to Holst, and it's thrown away. Nearly picked off by Daberstein. An amazing year for Lake Geneva, no doubt about it. A couple substitutions now. Kaderis is in for Wilmot, along with number 24, Tony Hamu.
Well, it's been a real breakthrough year for the Badgers. They've been on the verge the last couple years, playing a lot of young guys, and they've played a lot in their sophomore and junior years, and they really put it together this year. Just a tremendous season for Badger.
Bory outside. He'll draw single covers. Lila Birdie along with Schleicher picked him up. Somehow nowhere to go. Now dump underneath. Nice little pitch, spin around move, but traveling was the call.
Well, Wilmot probably caught a little break on getting a travel call because he might have got a charge there in the beginning, but the travel was called.
Jim Caritas, the culprit, 6'3" senior. Nice move from Allen. He'll stop and pop and count it.
Badger is loaded with offensive weapons, Daberstein and Stelse being the top two guns, but the supporting cast is very, very good here.
And a foul is called in the backcourt against Tony Allen. Reached in and held. As Brandon West will check back in for Badger. 13-8 the score. You've got 3:55 left here in quarter number one. And I can pretty much guarantee this will be the story throughout the night. It's going to be close and a lot of lead changes.
Badger looks like they've gone into a 1-3-1 trapping zone, and they're trapping the ball carrier out high, forcing him to give it up.
Goes nowhere to go. Goes back to Hamu. Now battle for it underneath. Off the glass shot, no good for Caritas. And jump ball is the call, and it will be Wilmot ball.
45, Aaron Schleicher was trying to draw the charge, and he didn't quite win the Oscar on that one. He was going down before he got hit.
Daberstein off to West, 15-footer counted. Well, Brandon was shooting well from the outside.
Well, as we mentioned, Badger, they get offense from all over the place, and any one of their players is not afraid to put it up, shoot a three, take it to the basket. They're well-rounded offensively.
Nice lead and a miss from Hamu. Now we go the other way. Daberstein out to Stelse. Stelse with the lead for Allen off the glass score.
Well, if Stelse can penetrate off the dribble, that makes him so much more effective. Line violation.
Inbound violation. Badger gets the ball back, leading it now 17-8. And Wilmot wants to call a timeout. Well, Steve, you've got a couple great coaches here. Of course, the reputation of Tom Regal's got to precede himself because I think a couple years ago when they won the tournament, you know, they've been so close for so long. They had the big winning streak. He's done a nice job out here, and he's actually developed and really made this program.
Well, he has, and his program is extremely solid. They've had an excellent feeder system in the Wilmot area, and Coach Regal has just done a great job of teaching his system and getting the kids to play his style, and his success speaks for itself.
And of course, Jerry Stelse, he's had a an outstanding year, but this is a guy who's put together a lot of good seasons, and he's got the benefit of some awfully qualified talent. The fact that these guys have played with each other, 3 and 4 years plus.
Well, this group has stuck together through the years, and it's really paid off for them here in their senior years with Chad Stelse and Aaron Daberstein and West and Laliberte and the whole group, and they've really come along, and they feel that this is their year, that they can get to Madison.
Daberstein looking inside for Laliberte. He makes a nice move, dishes it off to West. This one off the back iron, battle for it. And the foul is going to go on Eric Goes as Daberstein established his position, and Goes could not get to that big football body.
Yeah, Daberstein clearly had inside position and went up, and Goes had no choice but to follow him to try to stop it.
Substitution now for Wilmot. They'll chase back in. Bob Holtz, number 40. Talking about a guy with a football body. Most outstanding player for Wilmot.
Also an outstanding pitcher for the baseball team.
Laliberte's shot goes up short.
It's what you call one of those crafty left-handers.
Way outside. Nice try to leave it underneath for it. And a foul now underneath is going to go against Laliberte. As he got a piece of Casey Ketterhagen knocked him down.
Well, Laliberte was trying to get Ketterhagen off of his position on the blocks and gave him a little shove.
Ketterhagen to pull the trigger. He'll do the scoring when he needs to, but for the most part, he wants to work the glass. Caritas with a nice little move underneath. He's got 2. Cuts the lead to 17-10. Way outside, no good. Knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to Wilmot. Now 45, Aaron Schleicher will return to the lineup, and Laliberte will get a seat.
Well, Coach Stelse is shuffling his top 7 here in the first quarter because he knows the pace is going to be hectic. Now they're picking up and trapping full court.
Nobody picks up Cooper, goes all the way in, 10-footer missed. Stelse with the rebound. Stelse off for Schleicher for 3, nope. And battle for it. Ketterhagen's finally going to get a hold of it. Boy, if they'd have looked up there, Holst all by himself. They'll take the deflected pass and block.
It's rejected by
Allen
30.
got him twice. And Stelse deflected that shot. Caritas still connects.
31, Tony Allen, 2 great defensive plays, 2 rejections in a row.
And he fires the 3-up, can't get the roll. Schleicher battles for it. Tipped out of there. Daberstein will pop from 16. It rolls around it.
Oh, there's a friendly touch for Aaron Daberstein. Put it up soft, went around and out, came back in.
Down to 60 seconds left in this energetic first quarter of play. 19-12. Ball knocked free. Ketterhagen now on the baseline. Caritas now. He'll make that again. A nice move.
Caritas, nice slash. He drove inside, found the seam between the 2 defenders and took it in.
Stelse fadeaway shot is in.
Well, that's a big-time shot by Stelse. He was double-teamed, kind of faded back and shot a leaning backwards jumper and hit it.
Cooper on the push-up, long pass for Holtz, and knocked out of bounds. Wilmot ball with now 27 seconds remaining in the quarter. Badger out in front by 7, 21-14. As 34, Ryan Corey back into the Wilmot lineup.
Well, I think the pace of the game right now is favoring Badger. This is the way that they want to play. They've stepped out to a 7-point lead, but they've scored a lot of points here in the first quarter, and that's a good sign for the Badgers.
Caritas looking offensive here tonight. This one. A follow-up goal by Ketterhagen, no good. And they'll take a trip to the line to shoot it fair. That's 21. Nick Nottestad will come into the lineup for the final 21 seconds, and they'll get Brandon West out to him a seat. Foul is on West. That is his first. Ketterhagen with his first point of the night. 6-point ball game. Good hustle by Caritas. And now Holtz will pull up.
Wilmot's going to go for one now, down to 12 seconds.
Daverstein nearly had a steal, and off the official. Holtz underneath. And it won't go, and official's going to be getting called on slightly.
That's a good call on the baseline. He was pushed trying to come through. Well, 1-1. Wilmot will have 6 seconds to get the last shot off.
Worried to pull the trigger. Again, Caritas finds himself all alone. 4-point lead. Stelse at the buzzer. No good. Nearly connected. We've played through 8 minutes of basketball here at Badger. Badger leads at 21-17. You're on Jones Intercable.
Where do you go to get it all? Jacobs, Lake Geneva.
Its design and performance are unsurpassed. Best of all, it uses up to 40% less gas. It's the Lennox Pulse 21 gas furnace.
For quality installation and reliable service, call Walter Dale.
At Walter Dale, we've made customer satisfaction our #1 priority since 1933. Our customers deserve nothing but the very best. Call Walter Dale today.
When energy savings a must be a Lennox.
Back to the second quarter of play. Wilmot will start things off. Larry Reitler along with Steve Nelson with you in regional action, and this ball is kicked out. Of course, the winner of this goes on. The loser calls it a season, and it's been a good season for either team, but you definitely don't want to go out. It's unfortunate, Steve, probably at this juncture, that these two teams do have to face.
Two of the better Division II teams in the state meeting right here. The winner is going to draw the Waterford Union Grove winner. Probably you see Waterford in that game. Another good battle. But it is a shame because they're two tremendous teams.
Holtz looking underneath. There's a nice lead for Borey. And again, it's Caritas. We'll get the two.
Caritas getting a lot of stuff underneath. He's penetrating the inside of the zone and getting some nice assists from his teammates.
Daverstein has been quiet offensively tonight.
Wilmot is looking to double him up as soon as he touches the ball.
Stelse from 25 buries it.
Stelse can fire from anywhere. He has tremendous range, tremendous confidence, and he does not hesitate. He will take the shot when he's open.
Holtz had his ball blocked. Daverstein with an open break on the other end. He'll pick up an easy two. 26-19.
Break for Badger there. Loose ball fell right into his hands. The only people near him were two of his teammates running escort for him.
Holtz is trapped. Holtz has got, and Cooper has got to get to the offense, Steve. That's Brandon West. He got a hold of the back of Ketterhagen. But right now, Cooper has been slowed, and that's got to be part of the Badger strategy. And check that. That foul's going to be against Wilmot. Ketterhagen's going to be called with the elbow.
Trying to establish position, pushed off. We don't have our replay machine tonight, so we cannot take another look at it.
We'll have to.
We'll ask Phil Anderson.
We'll give Phil the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, we'll ask him afterwards what happened.
Daverstein got caught up in the air. Stelse is left open.
Oh, Stelse is on fire, and he's firing the crowd up, talking to him. He's really inspired tonight.
That is the fourth three-pointer of this half for Stelse with just a comment to. Shot up no good for Ketterhagen. Battle for it. And a foul is going to be called on Daverstein.
Yeah, Daverstein had a hold of him. Wouldn't allow him to go up. Foul was for the active shooting.
Caritas will go to the line. Biggest lead of the night for either team, held by Wilmot. 29-19 as Dave Laliberti will check back in for Badger. What a crowd here tonight. The estimated crowd was somewhere around 1,800, Steve, and I think they got to be at that.
We probably got a few more squeezed in here.
Shot up good for Cooper. Adam Cooper needs to get into the offense, and he'll do it right there with two. Allen open for three, count it.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Lake Geneva has got to be shooting about 90% from the three-point area, and if they keep that up, they are going to run away here.
Unofficially, Allie had them with two misses, and that's a costly foul. That will go on Aaron Doverstein. And so Aaron Doverstein picks up two quickly here, and Aaron Schleicher will come in. And 24, Tony Hamu in for Wilmot. 5:53 left here in this first half of play. Badger leads at 32-21.
Wilmot shooting a bonus now. Badger over the limit.
Wilmot with just 3 team fouls. Ryan Borey on the line. Got it.
Well, there's a nice soft touch. That ball was trying to fall off to the right of the rim, but just kind of slid in there.
Got them both. Ryan Borey now with 4. Stelse wants to work on Cooper. Nice little lead pass underneath. Good defense though by Goes to pick it off. Hamu on the outside. He'll give it up to Ketterhagen. Borey with a good first step outside for Goes. Nothing there.
Wilmot is extremely disciplined. They will not rush a pass or rush a shot. They stay within their offense. A lot of teamwork by the Panthers. They'll take a good inside shot.
Shot up, no good for Cooper. Yeah, Lake Geneva is going to keep pressure on you. Aaron Schleicher, he'll take that shot. Lala Birdie now will swing it around to Stelse. Off the screen. In and out. A rebound, Schleicher.
Almost went for Stelse.
Allen's left open. This one's back iron, but Stelse is there. Nice lead for Schleicher. And blocked right back into his hands. Laid it up.
Great exchange there. Some good defense. Nice block inside, but Badger stuck with it.
On the other end, Hamu for 2. And it looks like Aaron Schleicher is shaken up. He got hit in the forehead. Lalaberti pitches it off to Allen. Allen, nice leave underneath for Lalaberti. His shot won't go, and Hamu will pick up the personal. And we'll put Lalaberti on the line for 2.
Excellent interior pass, and Lalaberti went up strong. Couldn't get it to drop, but did draw the foul.
Nottestead will check in. And Schleicher will take a seat, and we'll have to check the faculties there. He got a pretty good pop in the head from Borey.
Yeah, no helmet here.
Both these team tops shooting at the free throw line. They're both over 80% as a team. Second toss on the way. It's good. 36-25 now, an 11-point Badger lead. As we approach the halfway through this second quarter. Cooper to fire from 10, no good. Cooper looks a little tired right now on that shot.
Yeah, he did, and he looked like he forced that a little bit. He was forced to bring it all the way up, split the seam, and then didn't get it.
Allen backs to Stelse. This one no good, and a foul is going to be called on Brandon West. He gave Borey a pretty good shove there. Schleicher returns into the Badger lineup, and that'll put Borey on the line. There's Badger over the limit. Wilmot shooting the bonus, and Badger now with 3 team fouls still to give in this ballgame. I should say Wilmot.
Well, Wilmot does play excellent D with their feet, not with their hands, and they've showed it here. They just have to intensify their perimeter defense because Lake Geneva definitely focuses on the threes.
gets them both. 9-point lead. And again, Badger just to keep pushing it up. Stelse had that ball knocked away, and a foul is going to be called on Goes. Stelse looked like he lost control there, and Goes got him on the wrist.
A meaningless foul at this point. They'll just restart the offense with an out-of-bounds play. Nothing, not over the bonus yet for Wilmot.
Stelse to inbound. Badger working the set play off the inbound. Schleicher open for three. Nope. But followed it, got it right back, connects.
That's heads-up basketball right there. Schleicher felt it was a little short, went to the spot where he felt it was going to go, picked it up, and knocked it down.
A lot of times, Steve, that stuff you just can't coach.
It's not. And you can always hear coaches yell and follow your shot, but it takes a heady ball player to really do that and concentrate on it.
And move for three, no good. Rebound Schleicher. Aaron's done the job on the boards tonight. Brandon West will pull up, give it to his hot shooting guard. Lala Birdie in deep. Off the glass, won't go. Rebound, Ketterhagen. Quickly up the floor for Borey. It won't go. Play goes on. Stelse. Nice little lead for Brandon West. Won't go. Partially blocked by Cooper.
Well, up and down the action. And again, this is the Lake Geneva's Badgers' advantage. This is the way they want to play.
Under 3 minutes now left in the half. Goes out. Nice catch.
I think Badger's a little bit deeper than Wilmot also. They can go down to at least 8 players. I haven't seen Wilmot do as much substituting. It looks like about 6 deep they're going.
Well, Cooper and Ketterhagen yet to get a rest here in this first half. Hamu outside, 18 for good.
Just inside the line, all of us felt that if you're going to be that close to the line, make sure you're behind it. You might as well try for 3.
West out for Allen. He'll leave it back for Brandon West. Left-hand shot, no good. An offensive foul is going to go. It is an offensive foul, so it's during the act of shooting. As 52, Caritas will come back in. He did a nice job in that first quarter. And finally, Cooper will get a little bit of a rest. Holst also back into the lineup.
Ketterhagen stood in there real nice and took the charge after the release of the shot.
A little bit of pressure from Badger. Holst breaks it easily, though. Around the outside it goes. Holt's nowhere to go now. Outside to Borey. Stelse is all over him. Nice little feed underneath. Ketterhagen shot too long.
Well, Wilmot really looking to punch it inside and got the shot that they wanted, but I think Ketterhagen lost where he was.
Well, Allen feels it and drops it.
Well,
41-29.
Nobody is shy on Badger. They're willing to fire it up, and Allen's got a good-looking jump shot himself.
Down to a minute 35 now, and a nice drive from Goes since his first 2. Back to a 10-point Badger lead. Wilmot will not go away. Stelse tough shot, partially blocked. Like Caritas got a hand on it. Now Borey wants to go 2-on-1. He'll pull up.
Excellent help by Badger. They really got back on defense. Nice steal by Nottestad.
Nottestad will get the return feed. Overlaid it. Caritas looking for the break. It's not there. He doesn't want the ball. And it's steal by Allen. Allen will fire the 3 off the mark. Rebound Caritas.
Allen's
down to 54 seconds.
Allen's not shy. He had a good-looking shot.
And Nottestad, well, they got to be called. He held the ball on his hip, and that's actually a carry travel violation.
Put it on his hip. Went a little ways with it.
As Holst, along with Hamu, will come back in for the final 50 seconds of this half. And you'd like to say Badger will hold for 1, but they'll hold for the best shot.
If they got an open 3 from 25,
it's
going up.
Oh, yeah. Daverstein, who's been very quiet offensive, but usually the guy that comes out, starts the second half on fire. They get the return feed. Nice pass to Nottestad.
I don't know if Nottestad is the guy they want posting up in there. He's the smallest guy on the floor.
Yeah, McKinnon's 5'9".
They might want to go for the last shot here.
Down to 20 seconds. We're pulling everybody away. Now nowhere to go for Daverstein. Backdoor to Stelse. There's the three. Nope. Battle for it. And a foul is going to be called. Schleicher to the glass. Made a beautiful rebound. And Hamu will pick up the personal. And we're down to 6 seconds now left in the half.
Well, that was basically a good shot for Badger because Stelse has been hitting it. They were under 10 seconds when he put it up. And he got the opening. Good offensive rebound also by Badger. His teammates are very aware that when he shoots, they hit the boards.
Well, Coach Stelse is going to take a gamble here with 6 seconds left. Not much. I want to get some of his people out to give him a blow and don't pick up no cheap fouls at the end here. So, Georgialis along with Tim Hack into the lineup, and now Holtz will come in for Wilmot. Schleicher's second toss. It's good. 42-31, 11-point lead. That's the biggest Lake Geneva's had in this ball game. Hamu is open, and he'll connect at the half. Makes lead cut to 9. We played through a half here at Badger High School. 42-33, Lake Geneva leads it. You're watching high school playoff basketball. I'm Jones Entertainment.
Now, cleaning your carpet can be as
Hi,
easy as 1.
it's Jillian. Okay, it's
2.
we're in COVID-19 right now in 2020, and we
There's
have
nothing to it.
pure
Just call
hand
248-3329
sanitizer. So call
and make an
Chad
appointment.
to get your senses and pay 1 cent or 1 square of a toilet paper. And yeah, and avoid touching hands, mouth, or sorry. You want to touch your hands, but avoid touching eyes, hands, mouth, face, and anything on your face besides your hands, okay? So that's it. Call Chad, and we will have your order set, and we will have your hand sanitizer waiting.
Enjoy the second half.
Enjoy the second half. Bye.
Help and save. We'll help you either way. Everyday low prices with selection and service right here in Lake Geneva. How well can you keep a secret?
Welcome back to the second half. Badger took the halftime lead in 42-33. Steve, probably one of the stories of that first half is Wilmot not able to slow the ball down significantly enough for Badger to get out of their offense.
Well, not really. Badger's been able to run and push it up. They've got 42 points at halftime, and at this pace, they're right around their average. And Wilmot is going to need to kind of take a little bit of air out, work the ball inside more, and try to slow down Chad Stelse.
Leading scorers in that first half, Tony Hamu was 6, Adam Cooper was 6. Underneath, the shot missed by Schleicher. Ryan Borey with 8, and Jim Caritas with 10. All those for Wilmot. For Badger, Stelse had 14. Double dribble. Cooper turns it over. Stelse with 14, Allen with 10, and Aaron Schleicher with 8. And most notably is Aaron Daverstein not in the scoring column in that first half.
Well, I don't think that will continue too long.
This is where he comes out though and excels is in the second half. Tough shot, won't go. Knocked out of bounds by Ketterhagen. Badger remains in control.
Daverstein tried to come out and really force something up to get himself going there and couldn't hit that shot. Badger gets a break. Wilmot knocked it out of bounds.
West fadeaway shot's going to be short. Daverstein got a hand out of it. Ketterhagen pulls it back.
I don't know if that's the shot that West wanted. He was guarded very closely. Had to shoot a turnaround jump shot. Not a real good shot selection there.
Borey with a little head and shoulders fake. Leaves it out for Holtz. The lefty shot is good.
Well, Holtz will pop that left-handed jumper when he gets open on a baseline.
That's Holt's first 2 of the ball game. Stelse leaves it backdoor for Daverstein. Aaron's shot, tough shot. Rebound Laliberte leaves it in for Daverstein. Back to Schleicher.
Just underlaid it there. It was a nice interior pass. Couldn't quite get it to go down.
Now Wilmot on the deliberate walk-up. Cooper looking around the perimeter for Kennerhagen. Corey left open, nothing there though. Borey will reset. Goes back to Borey. Borey lean-in shot. No good. Battle for it. Tipped up nicely by Holtz.
Well, it looked like Lalibert, they gave it a little help to knock it in there. He was outside, got a hand on it, and went up and in.
The lead cut to 5. Here's the lead. Nice move by Lalibert to lay it in.
Beautiful move. He caught the ball and came down, gave a nice fake, and then sliced to the basket. Very sweet move.
Both these teams confident play at this point. End-to-end goes, got a partially blocked. This time knocked in by Adam Cooper.
Well, Cooper was going to the basket looking for a pass, didn't get it, and got good rebounding position.
Stelse shot is tough one. Ball battled for it. Lalibert hustles it down. Nice leave underneath for Schleicher for the easy 2.
Well, it's beautiful to see how this Badger team will look for their teammates, look inside, and give it up.
Nice drive there from 34, Ryan Borey.
Thought Borey was going to go in and dunk it, and he just laid it up real nicely.
Auerstein, little one-on-one, nothing there. Lalibert looking inside. And the ball tipped away, it's still free. Holtz pulls it out of there. The only person really in foul trouble in this ball game is Brandon West. He's got 3. Nobody picked him up. And Borey with 2. And Badger might be looking for a timeout here, Steve.
Wilmot right back
with 4:56 left here in the third quarter.
Wilmot right back with their defensive intensity. They're helping out on Doverstein. They're not letting them get loose. And they're taking it right to the basket on the Badgers defense. And they're 3 points down in this ball game, and they're right back.
It is a 3-point game, 46-43.
And that's really put a charge into the Wilmot fans here.
And they were looking it down a little bit in that first half, down by as many as 11. But these two teams are too so talented, Steve, and they're so experienced. You're talking about guys on this Wilmot team that went through the state.
They've had that experience, and they know what it takes. And they know that coming in here that they were at a disadvantage on Badger's home court and the tremendous team that Badger has. But the Wilmot kids have been through it before. They've experienced this. They know how to handle the pressure. And they've come back in this.
Walmart.